Morning guys, and the next topic is reaction of acids or bases with metals. Let us go to the activity. Reaction of acids with bases, acids or bases with metals. So see the experimental arrangement. So here this is activity 2. For this activity, some materials are required. So the required materials are delivery tube, test tube, iron stand, zinc granules, hydrochloric acid. Now go through an activity. So here first to aim. What is our aim? When metals react with acids or bases. So here it is a lab activity. So for the lab activity we have mentioned all these subheadings. First aim. So what is our aim? Once again, when metals react with acids or bases, hydrogen gas is released. So for this activity, the required materials are iron stand, test tube, delivery tube, glass, candle, soap, water, dilute hydrochloric acid, zinc granules. Next, procedure. Take an iron stand, fix the test tube vertically to the iron stand and take 2 drops of hydrochloric acid into the test tube. Add a few grams of zinc granules to the test tube. And this test tube is closed with rubber cork and it is connected to the delivery tube. And the other end of delivery tube is fixed in the soap water. Okay, this is the experimental arrangement. Next, what happens here? When hydrochloric acid is reacts with zinc granules, a gas is evolved. Okay, the evolved gas is here. We observe the gas is evolved. And next one is observation. When zinc granules react with hydrochloric acid, the gas is released. The gas is sent into the another beaker which contains soap water through a delivery tube. And next one is test. Here, when bring a burning candle near to the evolved gas, it puts off with pop sound. Okay, here the matchstick is put off with the pop sound. So from this one, we confirmed that here it is a hydrogen gas. Finally, conclusion: when metals react with acids or bases, hydrogen gas is released. Okay, now the chemical equation is when metals react with acids or bases, hydrogen gas is released. Next, conclusion from this activity. So when acids react with metals, hydrogen gas is released. So metals plus acid gives rise to salt plus hydrogen. Here, chemical equation is Zn plus 2HCl gives rise to ZnCl2 plus H2. And next one, when bases react with metals, hydrogen gas is released. Metal plus base gives rise to salt plus hydrogen. Zn plus 2NaOH gives rise to Na2ZnO2 plus H2. So from this activity, we confirmed that when metals react with acids or bases, hydrogen gas is released. Note: all the metals do not react with bases. Okay, next, try this. The first question is potassium hydroxide. Next one. Write the chemical equation when iron reacts with sulfuric acid. Next one. How do you identify the evolved gas? Hydrogen. And fifth one is, do all the metals react with bases? So all these questions answered by observing the above activity. Okay. Shall we go to the next activity? Next topic, reaction of acids with metal carbonates or bicarbonates. Activity 3. So here the experimental arrangement is shown in the figure. For doing this activity, materials required are delivery tube, test tube, iron stand, sodium carbonate, hydrochloric acid. So let's go to the activity. So when acids react with metal carbonates or bicarbonates, carbon dioxide gas is produced. Now here the required materials as shown in the above diagram. Once again, iron stand, test tube, delivery tube, crystal funnel, lime water, sodium carbonate, and hydrochloric acid. Okay, first take about a 5 grams of Na2CO3 or sodium carbonate or sodium bicarbonate in a test tube. Here we are taking sodium carbonate to the test tube. Add. Take a few ml of lime water to the another test tube. Lime water is nothing but calcium hydroxide. Its formula is CaOH taken twice. Okay, and the first test tube is enclosed with two-hole rubber cloth, and these two holes are completely closed with one is with crystal funnel and another one is with delivery tube. And the other end of the delivery tube is connected to the second test tube, which contains lime water. Okay, so here next to add a few drops of hydrochloric acid to the test tube A through a crystal funnel. What happens here? When hydrochloric acid is added to the sodium carbonate, gas is released and this gas is sent to the another test tube through a delivery tube. Okay, here when we see the second test tube, the lime water turns into milky white. Here only the carbon dioxide turns lime water into milky white when sodium carbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid. Carbon dioxide is produced. So the chemical equation is Na2CO3 plus 2HCl gives rise to 2NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. Sodium bicarbonate also reacts with acid. Carbon dioxide is released. The chemical equation is NaHCO3 plus HCl gives rise to NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. So if you repeat the activity by taking various acids like sulfuric acid, nitric acid, or any other acids, we get carbon dioxide. Okay. So finally, when metal carbonates or bicarbonates react with acids, carbon dioxide is produced. From this activity, we concluded that metal carbonates or bicarbonates react with acids, carbon dioxide is released. So from this, the chemical equations are Na2CO3 plus 2HCl gives rise to 2NaCl plus CO2 plus H2O. Metal carbonate plus acid gives rise to salt plus carbon dioxide plus water. And sodium bicarbonate NaHCO3 plus HCl gives rise to NaCl plus CO2 plus H2O. with metal carbonates or bicarbonates. Okay. So which gas is released when metal carbonates or bicarbonates react with acids? Very good. Carbon dioxide is released. Try this. First question is, which gas is released in the above activity? And next one is, how do you identify the evolved gas in the above activity? And third one is, why the chemical reaction takes place in the second test tube. And fourth one is, what is the precipitate formed in the second test tube? And fifth one is, write the balanced chemical equation when potassium carbonate reacts with sulfuric acid. So answer all these questions by observing the